that's not leaving out Michael Jordan's performance against the Nets the other night. Van Exel, 4 on the shot clock. Oh. Offensive foul.
Jordan set the pace early. Can the rest of these guys now continue it? Juan Dixon certainly capable of putting points up. Stackhouse has to assume the leadership mantle. Brian Russell has to make some kind of contribution. That's been very difficult for him of late. And then the big guys, Haywood and Brown, need to dominate inside.
And Haywood's just a free throw away from being on his season average, so he's had a pretty good start. As we check in, as Haywood goes to the free throw line, let's check in with David Alder.
Guys, Brendan Haywood, they have to have production from him. Both Wes Unseld, the general manager, all the coaches before the game, really trying to get Brendan to concentrate on what he has to do against Sean Bradley and the Mavericks big men. One of the coaches said before the game, sometimes it's like Brendan isn't even here, and they need him to be a big presence inside as he's been in the first quarter so far.
Yeah, like the last game. Brendan Haywood, 15 minutes, and the thrilling win over New Jersey. 15 minutes, 1 basket, 3 rebounds, and 5 fouls. Yikes.
Van Exel inside, drew a foul. It's going to be, I believe, on Haywood. The aforementioned 7-footer picks up his first.
I think a lot of times with their big guys on this team, if you're not doing it right away, you're not going to have a chance to get better as the game goes on. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on you, and not just to score. They don't need a lot of scoring out of their big guys, but they do need rebounding, they do need shot blocking, and they do need some intimidation on the defensive end.
The thing that concerns me about Haywood and Brown is that this is their second year with Michael Jordan. And if they haven't picked it up just by osmosis in terms of the intensity, the enthusiasm, the drive, the determination,
then you wonder if they're ever going to get it.
Well, you got to give Kwame more than that. You got to give Kwame at least 4 or 5 years coming out of high school.
Wizards don't get much.
Be that good.
Well, Wizards obviously don't get much in the paint, as you see the graphic. Russell.
What I want to see, though, is the work ethic.
Van Exel with a 3.
Is it tied yet? No, almost. Last shot time, Wizards. Jack it up, Juan Dixon. Celebrate Maryland's big victory over North Carolina. The way you were gloating in the locker room over Stackhouse and Brendan Haywood before the game.
The MVP of the Final Four and the ACC Player of the Year last season. The rookie in there right now with Nash on him. And 5 on the shot clock. He's going to take it over Nash. Rebound Russell.
Again.
Hoisted again. Long bomb to end the quarter. In and out. He came closer with the second one. And the quarter comes to a close. All Washington in the opening 12 minutes. And Dirk Nowitzki with a variety of guys.
Well, they're coming at him right there. They figured Leitner can handle him, and he handled him early right there. Just too tough. Stackhouse coming off the second dribble. 3 guys right there paying attention to Dirk Nowitzki. And then right there, Stackhouse again with the double team. So they've been physical with him. They put bodies around him, and he's off his game right now.
The supreme confidence that the Mavericks have developed is coming back to haunt them right now, because they think they can beat anybody at any time, and they're just getting outworked. But Dirk Nowitzki, 6th in the league in scoring, 8th in the league in rebounding. He has not brought it in the first quarter.
Let's check in with Michelle before the second quarter starts.
Well, Del Harris was the focal point of the last huddle. He told them, we have been here before. Let's just get this going. But he also looked at the stat box and he said, I cannot remember another time where in a quarter we have not forced a turnover. We have got to start playing defense. Back to you.
Not only Dallas low in scoring quarter, the Wizards' best defender of the season.
How about their transition defense, that time orchestrated by Michael Jordan?
Van Exel. Van Exel and Finley until Williams layup right there. The only 2 guys for Dallas that have even scored the game, period.
Well, I think Van Exel wanted to share. He's get the Wizard involved here. Not those Wizards. They've been a little bit too involved. But the Wizard Williams. And one of the keys to Dallas this season is +5 as far as turnovers. And that's where they're getting more possession than right now, just not getting it done.
Kwame Brown, nice turn on the basket, didn't finish. Here comes Dallas. Nash leading the way.
Never execute the shot, you're going to pump fake.
Van Exel.
2 runners in a row off the back of the rim.
And Dixon will bring it up for Washington.
Continue your relentless attack offensively if you're Michael Jordan.
Ooh, nice ball movement.
That's how low his confidence and self-esteem is. He passed up that shot.
Stackhouse over Nash from the free throw line.
Well, someone's got to come and help on that one. You're going to let Stackhouse back down Steve Nash 2 or 3 dribbles. Eventually, you got to go over there and help.
Stackhouse 4 in the quarter, 12 on the game. The lead is 15. Trying to give and go, and Russell just steps right in the passing lane.
Playmaking, not the strength of Walt Williams' game.
And a whistle.
You're going to see going up against a shorter Steve Nash. Once he turns his back, that second dribble, someone's got to come. The first dribble you can handle, but the second dribble, someone's got to go over there and take care of that.
But the discipline of Stackhouse, quickly identifying the shorter Nash on him, get him on your back, and then just outside pivot and overpower him.
That foul was on Van Exel, by the way. Dixon looking for somebody in the paint, nobody home. Jordan didn't get it off in time. First Wizards turnover.
Now that turnover has to go to Dixon and not Jordan.
You gotta love that though. When you miss a shot and it's nullified because of the shot clock, you're like, oh yeah, that was nice. Take that 0 for 1 off that box score for me, please. Thank you. Of course, I didn't have it very much at the end of the shot clock.
Nowitzki, everybody continuing to run at him.
You must have played for great coaches, Tom.
Absolutely.
Played for a lot of coaches. Got a little hip check foul on Byron Russell.
Wizards seem one step quicker on defense than Dallas is on the offensive end. They seem to be able to recover and get to the guys. No open shots, no clean looks.
Mark Cuban has to be very concerned.
Nash leaves it for Nowitzki. Nice give. First basket.
One of the few times that Nash or anyone has really been able to get down the paint effectively.
Dixon, Russell, Stackhouse, Brown, and Jordan on the floor for Washington. Stackhouse forces one up and in.
And a foul. Derek Collins again. It's the strong call, overruling the objections of Nick Van Exel.
Nara with a foul, his second.
And you know Van Exel doesn't object very often, so it must mean something. Look at right there, getting to the soft underbelly of the zone defense. That middle portion, get to the middle portion, that's where you kill a zone.
So Stackhouse a 6-point quarter, a 14-point half so far, and he'll step to the free throw line where he's perfect today. 5 for 5. Six for 6.
Do you think that Houston game was just too easy for Dallas? They just came in thinking this is going to be no problem. This is the Wizards. We've already handled them. We beat them when they came down to American Airlines Center. Jordan's going to be tired from 43.
They beat Houston by 15, 100-85.
I think it's early. I think when you're not used to playing in the morning, sometimes you have a hard time. Just stuff like that. They're getting good shots. Nahala with a great effort play, but some of these shots are makeable shots, and they're just not finding their way home. But I certainly wouldn't expect this game to be a blowout. I'm certainly expecting Dallas at some point to get back in this game with the firepower they have.
Washington is not a great offensive team. Now they can get an occasional big game, but whether they can sustain this pace.
Stackhouse has scored the last 12 points for the Wizards, but missed that 3. Nash by everybody. And partially blocked, but tipped in. Nara back-to-back baskets.
Where's the team defense? Doug Collins is up off the bench saying, we got to get back, and when a defender goes to block, somebody has to cut off his man at the legs.
At the legs?
Right. Get down.
Tough guy. Jordan trying to leave it for Brown, and the Wizards turn it over. Nash with Williams on the flank, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Wow. This game is turning quickly, like in the last 3 possessions.
So an opportunity from the free throw line for Williams when we come back. Dallas has cut the lead down. Mavericks liked it, but I'll tell you, number 23 didn't like it much, and he gave his young troops an earful, and that carried all the way over into the huddle, didn't it, David?
Yeah, he kept going, guys. I mean, he got on Kwame Brown. They want Kwame to move, and they want better spacing on the floor, especially at the foul line. They think they can attack from there, but he's got to keep moving. So Michael was on him, but then encouraging him at the end, saying, look, we need you. You got to be ready when we call on you. Doug Collins saying the same thing. Spacing is the key against the Dallas zone right now.
For now, Kwame has moved.